Hello, class. Good to see you again. You know the drill. It's time to practice. My friends, this is American English File, 2nd edition, Book 3 Workbook, Part 6b, Judging by Appearances. Part 1 Vocabulary, the body. Let's test your memory. Everyone, label the picture. For instance, look, number 1, ear. As always, I need you to stop the video, take your time, and do it yourself. You can do it. Very good. If you have done it, I need you to check your answers with your friends. Put your heads together. Now, let's check it out. Ear, number 2, shoulder, number 3, back, number 4, knee. Everybody, K is silent. Knee. Number 5, feet. Number 6, lips. Number 7, face. Number 8, nose. Number 9, neck. And number 10, stomach. Now that's a very good start. Now let's make it more challenging. Everybody, I need you to complete the sentences with the verbs in the box. For example, look, number 1, it's rude to stare. Look, a stare is crossed out. It's rude to stare at people. It can make them feel uncomfortable. What's a staring? This is a staring. Yeah. As always, stop the video, take your time, do it yourself. No help from anyone. This is your challenge. Very good. If you're ready, I need you to check with your friends. Take your time. Learn from each other. Now, let's check it together. Number 2, you'll have to kick the ball harder to score a goal. Number 3, don't touch the door. I just painted it. Yeah, it's wet. I just painted it. Number 4, can you taste the soup? I think it might need more salt. Number 5, I can smell something burning. Did you turn off the oven? All right. Number 6, when you're introduced to someone, you should smile, say hello, and shake hands. Very good. Number 7, we often nod our heads when we agree with someone or understand what they said. This is nodding. Nodding. Very good. Number 8, did the audience clap much at the end of the concert? This is clapping. Number 9, Lisa doesn't like dogs because she thinks they'll bite her. Yeah. Number 10, I often whistle a tune when I'm in the shower. Number 11, don't drop your potato chip bag on the floor. Throw it in the trash or trash can. Very good. And the last one, when I'm abroad in another country, it's sometimes easier to point at something I want in a store. Well done, you did great, but I have more challenges for you. Part 2, pronunciation, diphthongs. Everyone, circle the word with the different sound. For example, bike, bite, smile, height, weight. Oh, that's different. So you should circle it. Take your time and do it. Very good. You can even stop the video, all right, and do it yourself first. Now, I need you to listen and check.
File 6b. Pronunciation. B. 1.
Bike. I. Bite. Smile. Height. Weight.
2.
Train. A. Face. Great. Eyes. Taste.
3.
Phone. O. Nose. Tongue. throw, toes, boy,
4,
owl, ow, sound, crowd, mouth, shoulders,
5,
boy, oi, point, enjoy, noise, outgoing.
All right, you did great. Let's continue. All the way to part 3, grammar. Modals of deduction. Might, can't, must. Everyone, circle the correct answers. For example, number 1, that woman can't be the new manager. Our new manager is a man. All right, as always, take your time, stop the video, and do it yourself. Believe in yourself. Discipline is all it takes. Very good. Check your answers with your friends. As always, learn from each other. Help each other grow. Very good. Now let's do it together. Okay, number 2. You must be tired. You had a long trip. Number 3. They can't have much money. They never go out. Number 4. Don't buy Oliver a book. He might not like the same kind of things as you. Number 5. Paula can't be injured. That's her best time ever for a marathon. All right? Number 6. Your neighbor must have a good job. Those cars are really expensive. But let me tell you something. You can't buy those cars with a job. You need to do something else. Well done. All right. Now, let's do this one together. I want to do this with you. Complete the sentences with must, might not, or can't. Just like the book. Number 1. He lived in Argentina for 5 years, so he must speak Spanish well. Number 2. You can't be very busy at work. You're always on Facebook. Number 3. I'm not sure, but Jenna might be on vacation. She didn't come to work today. Number 4. Mark passed all his final exams. His parents must be very proud. Number 5. Do you really think the US will win tonight? You can't be serious. They have no chance. Number 6. Lucy wasn't feeling well this afternoon, so she might not come to the party tonight. She said she would let us know later today. All right. Number 7. I thought our neighbor was away for the weekend, but she can't be. I just saw her in her yard. And the last one. It's very cold this evening, and there are a lot of clouds. I think it might snow. Okay, well done. We did good together. And that's the life. You should help each other grow. Don't be jealous. Jealousy never works. Okay, you can see the headphones, right? It means it's time to listen. Everyone, listen to a radio program about the history of beauty. Check the 3 periods in history that the guests talk about. All right, these are the periods: ancient Greece, the Egyptians, the 17th century, the Middle Ages, the Romans, the 19th century. All right, this is your gig. Listen and check.
File 6B, listening.
Hello and welcome to today's program. Have you ever wondered how women made themselves look beautiful in the past? Our beauty expert Olivia Johnson is with us today, and she's going to tell us all about beauty through the ages. Olivia, where are you going to start?
Well, I'm going to start with the Egyptians, but it wasn't only women who used cosmetics at this time. Both Egyptian men and women loved their cosmetics. We know that from the paintings and the powders they left behind. The women wore a powder on their faces to make their skin lighter, and they painted a big black line around their eyes to make them look bigger. Men put a cream made of fat and oil and other substances on their face to protect it from the sun. A very early version of sunscreen. Egyptian kings and queens also put colorful powders around their eyes. Their favorite color was green, which they got from a mineral called malachite.
How interesting. Who are you going to tell us about next?
Okay, let's move on to the ancient Greeks. Cosmetics were an important part of their life too. The ancient Greek idea of beauty was very pale skin, blonde hair, and natural makeup. For them, pale skin was a sign of beauty and wealth. The women used a powder made out of a metal called lead to make their faces look lighter.
You mean lead? The lead that used to be in the pipes carrying the water in our houses?
That's right.
But lead is poisonous.
Yes, it is. And the ancient Greeks knew lead was poisonous. But it was so important for them to be beautiful that they used it on their face, and of course, it made them sick.
I can't believe they used lead on their faces. Anyway, who's next on the list?
The Romans. They were absolutely obsessed with beauty. A Roman philosopher once wrote, "A woman without paint is like food without salt." So it's clear that they really believed that women should wear a lot of makeup. The Romans believed that pink on the cheeks was a sign of good health, but they did not apply the makeup themselves. Instead, they used their servants to put on their creams and powders.
So the servants were like modern makeup artists then?
Yes, I guess you could say that.
I think I prefer putting on my own makeup. Olivia Johnson, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Not gonna lie, I really like the music. I would play it multiple times just to listen to this music. Alright, check your answers with your friends. Alright, ancient Greece, the Egyptians, and the Romans. Alright, but we're not done yet. I need you to listen again and mark the sentences true or false. I guess after watching all my videos, you know what to do. Let's do it.
File 6B. Listening.
Hello and welcome to today's program. Have you ever wondered how women made themselves look beautiful in the past? Our beauty expert Olivia Johnson is with us today, and she's going to tell us all about beauty through the ages. Olivia, where are you going to start?
Well, I'm going to start with the Egyptians, but it wasn't only women who used cosmetics at this time. Both Egyptian men and women loved their cosmetics. We know that from the paintings and the powders they left behind. The women wore a powder on their faces to make their skin lighter, and they painted a big black line around their eyes to make them look bigger. Men put a cream made of fat and oil and other substances on their face to protect it from the sun. A very early version of sunscreen. Egyptian kings and queens also put colorful powders around their eyes. Their favorite color was green, which they got from a mineral called malachite.
How interesting. Who are you going to tell us about next?
Okay, let's move on to the ancient Greeks. Cosmetics were an important part of their life too. The ancient Greek idea of beauty was very pale skin, blonde hair, and natural makeup. For them, pale skin was a sign of beauty and wealth. The women used a powder made out of a metal called lead to make their faces look lighter.
You mean lead? The lead that used to be in the pipes carrying the water in our houses?
That's right.
But lead is poisonous.
Yes, it is. And the ancient Greeks knew lead was poisonous. But it was so important for them to be beautiful that they used it on their face, and of course, it made them sick.
I can't believe they used lead on their faces. Anyway, who's next on the list?
The Romans. They were absolutely obsessed with beauty. A Roman philosopher once wrote, "A woman without paint is like food without salt." So it's clear that they really believed that women should wear a lot of makeup. The Romans believed that pink on the cheeks was a sign of good health, but they did not apply the makeup themselves. Instead, they used their servants to put on their creams and powders.
So the servants were like modern makeup artists then?
Yes, I guess you could say that.
I think I prefer putting on my own makeup. Olivia Johnson, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Okay. As always, check your answers with your friends. Very good. Now, let's check it out. Number 2. The Egyptians only wore black and white makeup. False. Number 3. Egyptian men wore makeup to protect their skin from the sun. True. Number 4. The Greeks thought that brown hair was the most beautiful. False. Greek women used a substance that was dangerous in their makeup. True. The lead. Yeah? Very good. Next one, number 6. Beauty was very important to Roman people. True. And number 7, Roman women put their makeup on themselves. False. They had servants for themselves. Very good. You did great. All the way to part 5, reading. Everybody, photoshopping. How much is too much? Interesting, isn't it? Now, read the article once. What is the writer's opinion of photoshopping? All right, it's your turn. But look, no help from your friend or your partner. Read this yourself. This is an individual task.
A few moments later.
All right, let's read it first. Today, it is normal for magazines to show pictures of models and celebrities that have been photoshopped. This means that the original photos have been changed on a computer using Photoshop software. It's a very famous software, by the way, to make them look better. The beautiful people in the photographs have perfect skin, no fat on their stomachs, and no wrinkles on their faces. They look so perfect and beautiful that what we see can't be real. But some publishers and advertisers insist that photoshopping is necessary so that celebrities and models always look their best. Okay. On the other hand, health organizations have warned that digitally altering photographs may be dangerous. Why? They say photoshopped images are not realistic and may have a negative effect on people. Psychologists agree with the health organizations. They say some people try so hard to look like the pictures in magazines that they get sick. In some cases, they want to be as thin as the models, and so they stop eating enough. When they realize that it is impossible to look so good, they get depressed. This doesn't only happen to young girls, but it can happen to people of all ages. So, what can be done to keep everybody happy? 2 researchers at Dartmouth University in New Hampshire think they have found the answer. Okay, I'm curious now. What is the answer? Professor Hani Farid and Dr. Eric Klee have developed a computer program that can detect how much photoshopping has been used on an image. This software gives a rating from 1 to 5 to the image. 1 for a few changes and 5 for a lot of changes. Farid and Klee's idea is that publishers include the rating next to the image. That way consumers will be able to figure out how realistic the image is. News of Farid and Klee's system has come out at the same time as people have started criticizing the use of photoshopping. They say that some advertisers are going too far with it. Recently, the actress Rachel Weisz appeared in an ad for an anti-aging beauty cream. In the ad, Ms. Weisz looked like a teenager. In fact, she's in her early 40s. Yeah, she's in her early 40s, 40-something. There were a lot of complaints about the image, and the ad was eventually banned. Farid and Klee's system could solve two problems at the same time. First, it would serve as a kind of health warning for consumers, and second, it may stop advertisers from relying on photoshopping so much. So, what is the writer's opinion of photoshopping? Well, publishers should be able to use it a little, but not too much. We are not done. I have more work for you. I need you to read the article again and choose the correct answers. You can circle A, B, or C. Again, it's your turn, my friends.
A few minutes later.
Okay, now let's check together, shall we? Very good. Number one is done. According to the article, publishers use photoshopping to make people look good as possible. All right? Number two, the article says that Photoshop images have a bad effect on what? All kinds of people. Number three, the new program gives a rating of 1 to an image with a little photoshopping. Number four, people complained about the Rachel Weisz ad because it made her look a lot younger than she is. And the last one, the people who will benefit most from the new tool are consumers. Yeah. Now, there are some highlighted words. Look, wrinkles, altering, rating, figure out, banned, relying. All right? Check them in your dictionary or Google Translate. Now, I need you to complete the sentences with one of the highlighted words or phrases. For example, number one, our neighbors are relying on us to water their plants while they're away. Okay, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they are for you.
12 seconds later.
Okay, as always, check your answers with your friends. Okay, number 2, animal rights groups want experiments on animals to be banned. Number 3, we're altering our vacation plans so that we arrive on Thursday instead of Saturday. Number 4, I can't figure out how to download this program. Number 5, in general, the older you get, the more wrinkles you have in your skin. Number 6, in most countries, movies are given a rating to show which age group they are suitable for. And that's all there is to it. As always, I have some useful words and phrases for you. Stage, stage, achieve, achieve, dye, dye your hair, judge, judge, carefree, carefree, go viral, grow up, take seriously, vitally important, set an example, Everybody, I need you to make sentences with these new words and compare your sentences with your partner. Learn from each other, complete each other. That's all. And that's the practice for today. Everybody, thank you for watching my video. If you find it useful, make sure to like and subscribe. And I have a special thank you for people who do super thanks. Everyone, thank you very much. It really warms my heart to make more content for you and for the world. Wish you all the best. And remember, your greatness is non-negotiable. All of us are creatures of habits. So make it your habit to be great. See ya.